Hi, welcome back to the Unapologetic Me, where I am chatting unapologetically. I'm your host, as usual, Angelica, and I will be doing your reading for August 22nd to the 28th. I actually did this reading yesterday while I was at work. I did a bunch of notes on it, so you won't be seeing me do like actually shuffle and pull all the cards today. If you think that I just like pre-did this and gave you a warm fuzzy about whatever it is that you got going on. I didn't. I actually, went through the whole spiel yesterday. I just wanted to have them pulled aside today so you can see the visuals when I go over it. That being said, the overall vibe that I got for your reading this week, collective, is that it's going to have that wild energy of like trying to hit the gas and the brake at the exact same time when you're driving your car. So it's going to be really exciting, but also really frustrating because you're going to want to go at the same time that you're like needing, like you're going to want to go, but the inner part of you is going to want to like take a break, take a rest and breathe and kind of like restore. And you're gonna see, like, I'm already feeling a little bit of that energy. I felt it yesterday when I was doing the reading. I felt very like exhausted, but at the same time there were tons of things that I wanted to get done, and I'm starting to feel more of that like amped up, almost like crackhead level energy today. So I know if I'm feeling it, you're feeling it. From what I checked before I started to do the video, I think that Mercury is out of its retrograde and it's about to actually leave its like post shadow phase. So it was already like waking up and getting started. Now we're about to like hit the gas and go. So just know if that's how you're feeling right now, if you're feeling tired and restless at the same time, this is what you got going on. So the first card that we have for you is the Page of Swords. So for the Page of Swords, I did a different deck also that dealt with, that has like different type of stones attached to these cards as well. So I am going to read off those stones. I had a little bit of like gas and brake energy myself this past week. So when I ordered the deck that showed up, it was supposed to be a miniature version. It ended up being like the super giant version, like just I can't even shuffle it. And I was just like, I absolutely cannot deal with this deck. I immediately gave it away. Now I'm thinking about it, I probably should have held on to it to give it away here, but you live and you learn. That being said, I gave that deck away, but I did get the stones off of it, and I got their meanings. I have a new deck that's coming in soon that is mini, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. It is absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to read off the stone meaning, the keywords, and then your higher guidance advice. So for your Page of Swords, it was also matched with, if I butcher this name, don't come for me in the comments. I'm still learning. I think it's kyanite. So it's kyanite's, what's the word? It's meaning, I guess the meaning of the stone. Bear with me. I just did a full day of work. So I'm trying to do everything, but at the same time, I'm scattered. But the stone, kyanite, means communication, energy, and cleansing. The keywords for the Page of Swords is curiosity, communication, new ideas, agility, quick thinking, sharp intellect, energy, restlessness, desire to learn or do more, confidence, and defensive. So I'm going to read out this higher guidance while I'm holding up this card, just so you can like really take in the energy that this card is showing you. So I'm going to hold it up like this, just so you can get a good look at it. And it says, you're eager to learn more right now. Inspiration is coming in hot and you're excited for the future. Utilize your eagerness and dive headfirst into learning. A focus on communication and creativity is especially supported right now. The universe is at your fingertips. So as you can see, the Page of Swords he's got his sword up. He's looking out ahead of him like, let's go. Like I'm ready to take on whatever is coming, stage what is that? Right? Stage right. So whatever's coming in for me, I'm ready to take it on. That's that energy you're starting with, and is going to be the culmination of your entire week, is that energy. That being said, the next card that came in was the Two of Pentacles reverse. Twos tend to be choices, and the way that this is reversed, I feel like either something is out of balance, especially dealing with like your career or your finances, or it could also be that you're struggling to make a decision about your career or finances. So just keep that in mind. But I am going to read it off. The card, or the stone that was attached to the Two of Pentacles reverse, was red jasper. Red jasper is stability, persistence, and grounding. So that could be something that you could acquire to kind of help you out throughout this week. If you already have crystals or stones, having that on you or near you could help you out, especially if you're stuck making a choice between two things that tend to deal with your career or your finances. The keywords for Two of Pentacles was lack of balance, disorganization, overextending yourself, need to address priorities, chaos, overwhelm, unable to manage finances, with the higher guidance advice being that you're overwhelmed and burnt out, and you won't find the solution anywhere other than through rest and reprioritization. Put on your oxygen mask, even if it means putting other things on hold for a bit. So this right here, like, this is your overview. This is, well, there you go. This is your overview. This is like kind of like day one or the beginning of your week. Exactly what I was talking about earlier, where you got your feet both on the gas and the brake at the exact same time. It's like you want to go ahead and knock things out, but there's some things that have not been completely like wrapped up and like and dealt with yet. So just keep that in mind. There's some things, and I'll have a little bit of final advice towards the end of this to see if we can help you out of that stop and go at the same time. The next one also was in reverse. It is an Ace of Pentacles with the stone jade. Jade symbolizes abundance, manifestation, and harmony. The keywords for Ace of Pentacles reversed was instability, missed opportunities, financial delays, poor planning or lack of planning, a scarcity mindset, or not the right timing. So essentially, this is like your aces are your beginning cards, and with this being in reverse, either a beginning has been delayed, you may feel like a beginning has been delayed, or you could be in the midst of potentially delaying something. So there's a delay at some point in your past, present, or future throughout this week. Just keep that in mind, and the energies behind that. The higher advice is that you're feeling stressed or sad about an opportunity that either didn't work out or passed you by. The reverse Ace of Pentacles can also suggest that you need to keep trying to hit a goal. Actually, no, wrong. It says it suggests that you keep trying to hit a goal, but you're continually coming up against roadblocks. So most times things don't work out for us for a reason. What's a different approach you can take? Stay open to new opportunities. So the delay that you could be dealing with could be a project or some type of idea that you're trying to get off the ground, but you're running into some setbacks, and you might be hitting like maybe even like some creative blocks, and it's asking you to take a look at the situation that you have going on and the direction that you want to go, and figure out and ask yourself, like, what are the things that are holding you back from going in this direction? I would highly advise journaling this week, and just to get your thoughts out of your head, and put them elsewhere. You can either journal by writing, doing a written journal. Some people do a video recording. Some people do an audio recording. The point is you have to get it out of your head, and you have to like see it back at you or like hear it back at you, because somewhere in here it's getting stuck. So there's that one. Your Page of Wands. So you have another page, and this time he has a staff, and he looks like he has a cloak on as well. So it looks like they're about to go on a journey. So whatever it is that they are ready, they are dressed, they are ready to go. The stone that is attached to this one said it was chrysoprase, which has the representation of joy, inspiration, and playfulness. Keywords for the Page of Wands was creativity, adventure, free spirit, new ideas, youthful energy, passion, and optimism. So your higher guidance says that you're brimming with possibility and ideas. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about that's been giving you butterflies of excitement, this is your sign from the universe to go for it. Set aside an hour of time where you listen to inspiring music and journal out a plan and a vision. So we have, I would just want to keep them in the right order. Yep. Okay. So you have your gas. You have your gas to get started. You have your break, saying that there's something that's being stalled. There's some kind of decision that's being stalled on. There's a new beginning, possibly based off of that decision that's being stalled on or delayed, that you need to take another look at. But once you make that decision, once you sit down and really like think these things through and like plan it all out, you'll have an idea of what it is that you need in order to go forward. It's just going to require you to look at it from a different perspective. If you have someone who is very supportive, because keep in mind, you don't want to tell everyone the things that you're working on before you do it, because some people don't have your best interests at heart. So if you have someone who is really supportive, reach out to them and just see, use them as a sounding board if they're open to it, just to see like what they can see from their perspective. And then it says go for it. It says go for it. Whatever this is, it's something creative. It's something that like excites you and ignites you and you're passionate about. And now is the time that the universe is telling you, like, this is the time for it. So there's that. At the same time, and like I said, you're going to see a lot of gas and brake going on here, because boom, right around the corner, you had a hangman. The hangman was attached to the stone howlite. Howlite was rest, mindfulness, freedom. The keywords for your hangman was a standstill, resistance, discontentment, missed opportunity, indecision, denial, delays, revelations, and release. It says your guides are asking you to surrender and stop trying to control every aspect of your life. Also, give yourself a break and stop being so hard on yourself. Accept that some things are beyond your control. Meditation or journaling may help you find a new perspective. So again, meditation, journaling, take a walk in the park, talk to a friend, record these things, but there's something going on. Probably your inner critic. If you guys are part of this collective, I deal with the exact same thing. And my inner critic has just been going in and beating my tail the last couple weeks. So it's been a lot of the gas and the brake for that exact same reason. So it's just saying, whatever this is, you gotta stop letting your inner critic and your inner perfectionist take the wheel. And if the way that they tell me in the military 14 years in, and they're like, if you're gonna mess up at 100 miles per hour. That way you can like go ahead, go forward, mess up, do the thing, fix it, and keep going. The longer you sit there and you try to like wait until you're ready, you're never gonna be ready. You will stop yourself every single time. That's just the unfortunate reality of life. The next one, day 5, was the 4 of Swords, and the stone attached was selenite, which represented cleaning, tranquility, and relaxation. The keywords attached to the 4 of Swords, which you can see actually, interesting. Interesting. Hold on, because this is not even the Four of Swords. This is the Five of Swords. That is the wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me like a couple seconds. It was a snake, it would have bit me. Which I was thinking about it as I was holding it up. Like I was saying the Four of Swords this entire time. But the whole time I was like, that is a very, very tricky card. It's usually someone thinking that they got away with something. It's usually a very deceitful card because it's got the little smirk on his face. So I was just like, that can't be the right card. I'm glad I checked. But again, as you can see, the whole messing up at 100 miles per hour. We got there. Boom. 4. And it was upright. There we go. There's more of our brake pad situation. So again, start over. You have enlightenment, awakening, rest, recharging, regrouping, meditation, prayer, reflection, contemplation, inner peace, funeral. Your higher guidance says that you're being guided to embrace a time of rest and recovery. There's been a lot going on for you recently, like some painful events or realizations. This is your time to slow down, reflect, and integrate before you move forward. Isn't it funny how doing nothing can sometimes be the hardest thing to do? Now is the time, though, to embrace solitude and turn the focus inward. It's not advised to make decisions right now. So you have a little bit of that, and I'm going to tie it all together because, again, with the gas and the brake, it seems like you're getting two contradictory energies, so we will tie it all together towards the end, I promise. The next one that you have is your Four of Cups reversed, and it is attached to the stone Alexandrite. Alexandrite represents seeing the joy and possibilities, resilience, emotional balance. The key words for the Four of Cups reversed is seizing opportunity, a positive approach, clarity, releasing regret, introspection, motivation, being proactive, interest, and extreme negativity. So you've been putting in the work to pull yourself out of a rut and are finally ready to release and move on from the past. You're being guided to embrace and release forgiveness to move forward on your spiritual path. Look into connecting with the full moon this month as its energy can help with this. So usually when it's upright like this, it's kind of one of those like brake kind of cards, and it is telling you to slow down. Now it's in the reverse, and it's saying you're done with that. That period of sitting back, of not making a decision has passed you by, and it's time to just, go forward with a positive approach. And, you've already done the work of releasing any negative energy or any negative thoughts that you have toward this. Now it's time to move forward. Couple more, and I think we're going to be done, at least with the one-on-one. Yeah, so this was day 7, and it was the Three of Cups reversed, and it was attached to the stone turquoise, which means communication, friendship, and strength, loneliness, independence, creative blocks, overindulgence, imbalance in social life, jealousy, canceled plans or projects are the key words attached to the Three of Cups reverse. It's usually like a party card, a gathering card, a fellowship card. So if it's in the reverse, you've either been isolating yourself or you've felt like isolating yourself, or you may not feel like you have that sense of community around you, which is what this is pulling in. So the higher guidance advice for this says that you're in a slump right now. You're stressed. Projects are not panning out the way you planned. Maybe you're fighting with a friend. Whatever the case, your guides see you and are here for support. You're being guided to reconnect to yourself and see where things are out of alignment in your life. And then the final one, which I think tied it in very well, was the Chariot. Balance. It is your balance card, which I absolutely love for the gas and the brake right now. The stone attached to this was pyrite, which is willpower, action, and determination. The keywords are ambition, leadership, success, victory, determination, strength, control, willpower, resolution, action. Now for this one, I didn't do your higher guidance because this was like your ending card of the week. I did the outcome within that book that I showed you earlier. So for the outcome, it says the chariot is a sign of a successful and victorious outcome. This will only come, though, with discipline and hard work. Decide now that you have already succeeded and act accordingly. You'll likely need to step out of your comfort zone to emerge victorious. So that's pretty much the end of all of the written stuff. So I'm just going to sum this up for you guys and kind of give you my last little piece of advice. One second. I've been talking a lot. So, all right. So, like I said earlier, you have gas and a brake going on. And I really think that these two energies are yourself. Your outer self is ready to take charge and go forward with the decision for that new beginning that you have been working on and probably have been in the works for months, possibly even years. You've just been sitting on it and you've been feeling up until recently like you're approaching that time, like you're right on the threshold, like now is the time to like start this thing. At the same time, you have these other energies of like rest and recuperation and like this hesitation to get started, like your inner critic or your inner perfectionist is coming out and you're afraid because it's something that you're so passionate about and it's a creative dream for you to start whatever this is. Because you're so passionate about it, you're afraid that it's not going to work out and you're afraid that it's just going to flop. And because you're afraid of that, you are holding off on trying it. And from what I'm seeing right now, your higher guidance, your spiritual team, my spiritual team, they're telling you, most likely telling myself, which is why I'm doing a video, but it's most likely telling us that if we continue to let our inner fears of failure hold us back from going this route, that opportunity that we want to get this thing off the ground, it is going to pass us by. It's not going to be around forever. So you just have to like be brave, do the brave thing. If you tried and it fails, okay, fine. Like that is what it is. You tried. And you can at least say that when you look back. It's better to have tried it and have it fail, or try it, fail, figure out what you need to tweak because you've already it's no longer theoretical. It's in practice now. So you've already put it in practice. You see what you got to work on and it ends up being a success. It ends up being like a huge, huge success. These are the things that you are juggling right now. But as long as you don't try and you don't start, you're going to either stay here or it's all going to be for naught. Essentially, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't start now and get out of your own head and get out of your own way, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy where it will never get off the ground. So to do that, I would advise, like I said, journaling, meditation. One of the things that I did not too long ago, I used like a day, one of my weekends, and I, got a little tipsy. I had some music going on. I had a poster board. I had all these little, cause I'm a very nerdy person. And so I had like pens and markers and all kinds of like pictures and stickers and the whole 9 yards. And I ended up putting together a vision board. I did a vision board earlier this year, and I intend to do another one, especially for like this dream of like a podcast that I want to do. I will be doing one here this weekend. I am going to be taking this advice. So this weekend for me, weekday for y'all, I will be doing this advice and doing that and then getting started, because this is what it's saying. This, I feel like it's saying it for me, and I feel like it's saying it for you. So, all right. I feel like, we beat it under 30, which is exciting. It's exactly what I wanted to do. So that being said, stop hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. If you need one last little second before you get started, meditate, journal, get yourself in alignment, and then get out of your own way. Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you guys any longer. I'm actually about to get off now, and then I'm going to be doing another video here very shortly that's going to be toward the podcast. So if you stick around and you end up watching that, awesome. If you don't, and you've already clicked off this video, it was nice having you here. But if you like this reading, if you love this energy, come back anytime. But yeah, that being said, I stay unapologetically you, and I will stay unapologetically me. Bye.